Hi, this is Paul Rao with Technically Speaking at Source Allies. Today we're going to talk about an embedded local database called DuckDB. A few weeks ago, I was in the car listening to a podcast, and they had one of the maintainers on there from this project called DuckDB, which is similar to SQLite, which a lot of us are familiar with. And it was really interesting because it was an in-memory database that was focused on analytics. Now, we all have kind of in our day-to-day development lives those random needs where we have some like random CSV we got from somewhere and we just need to tear through it and do some analytics. We could load it into Excel, but if we're honest, we're developers. We don't really like using Excel. I don't know how to use Excel very well. I'd rather use a database. I'd rather use some sort of SQL-based interface that I can query. One thing that's really great about this open source project is it can just directly query CSVs and Parquet files, two of the most common file formats for analytics. So I was talking to a teammate of mine, Ben McCone, also a common speaker on this channel, and he was telling me about liquor sales in Iowa and how every single sale in Iowa of liquor to stores, not individuals. We don't know how much liquor you're buying. We know how much liquor that your local Hy-Vee is buying is stored in a CSV you can download that is like some number of gigabytes and umpteen million rows long. So I thought that'd be a really interesting use case for trying this out. So I've got that in here. I pulled down the DuckDB binary, which is single binary, and I pulled down liquor sales. And here's a sample of what this looks like. It's just a big, giant CSV. What we can do is if we run DuckDB, we just get like a normal like local SQL prompt. And what's really cool about this is if we run something like select count one from liquor sales.csv, this will just query up this CSV just like it's a table. We didn't have to load it. It's just tearing through the raw text. So it looks like we got 29 million rows in this CSV. That's pretty cool. But what if we need to like adjust the CSV a little bit the way we read it? So we can do the same thing, and we can actually create a table from the CSV. So for example, we can just do create table as, select star from liquor sales CSV. I'll just run this. Oop, should probably name my table. We'll call it sales. So you'll see here that it actually errored out, and that's because the item number column, it kind of thought it was a number because the first however many thousand rows were all numeric, but it's actually a varchar. This is why CSV is kind of a garbage format. I'm sorry, it just is. But we could fix this. It actually tells us right here what to do. So we can just rerun this. We'll just change it from the shortcut to read CSV. Pass it the file name, then types equal, and we'll just say item number is a varchar. And use the correct number of parentheses. So this is going to create a table in our local database full of all the liquor sales. And it's fast. I mean, this was what, 26 million rows. It's like 8 gigs of data, and it just took a few seconds to load. So now I have a regular table to work with. So I can describe that table. And you'll see I've got all the columns here. I can kind of look through it. This way beats trying to scroll left and right in a CSV or trying to, muck with like sed and awk, and cutting columns out of a CSV. This is a lot easier. So let's say we want to just do some analytics on this data. Let's say I want to know the total, like the top 10 products sold in the state of Iowa. So to do that, let me just go ahead and whip up a quick little script here. I can just write a regular SQL statement. So let's see, select, say maybe item number say item description. And then we'll get the sum of sale in dollars as total. And then we'll just from sales, group by these columns, order by total descending, limit 10. Okay, so if I run this statement down here, you'll see it really quickly gets me back top 10 items. And that's handy. So if you know, someone from the business was coming to me and asking, you know, hey, can you like look through this data? Let me just tear through this and sanity check it. Maybe I want to make sure the CSV is valid before I load it into a system or check it into source control or whatever. I can just do that. But what if instead we wanted this to be a job? We need to do this like every night, or maybe we need to do it in a GitHub action on demand or something like that. I can take this SQL file here, and if I just tweak it a little bit, and I just do copy my statement, and then we'll just do 2, and then I'll call it top sales.csv. Then I can exit DuckDB, and if I just run DuckDB and just pipe in this SQL file, it will, oh, I restarted it, so that table does not exist, so we have to put this back. All right, now let's try it. If I rerun this, it should just, in one shot, load that data and generate that top sales CSV file. And you can see here are the top sales. So I just created the simplest analytics pipeline you could ever possibly imagine. Take a CSV, parse it, roll it up, spit out some output CSV, which is the basics of every data pipeline. Is take some set of inputs, run them through some function or analytics, generate some set of outputs. So next time you're looking to kind of tear through some data, give it a try, see if this tip is helpful for you. And please reach out if you'd like to know more about doing data pipelines using simple tooling. This has been Paul Rao with Technically Speaking at Source Allies. If you have a different topic you want to see covered, comment it down below, and check out sourceallies.com to learn more about us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.